Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to talk a bit about shorthand commands on Linux in specific. This is more a Linux tutorial than a PHP or Laravel tutorial itself, but it's useful, especially because I use the Artisan command line of Laravel framework a lot. So let's get right onto it, okay? Let me see my presentation here. Oh, okay. So why to use a shorthand command? Well, in the case of Artisan, you have to type PHP space Artisan and the command you want to use on Artisan every time you want to use it. I find that a waste of keystrokes myself, so if you can do the same thing with less keystrokes and achieve the same result faster, this could be quite handy, especially because we have to type the Artisan command a lot of times. So we save some time there and we get some more time to work on what really matters, which is our code and the functionality. So how are we going to do that? We do that with aliases. What is an alias in this case? An alias is the nickname for a command. For example, it allows us to type commands faster. I have this big command here. It is used for update my packages on Ubuntu, and it becomes ADG with alias of an extension I use. They come installed in my system, so it's great. So instead of typing this enormous command here, I type just ADG and it does the same thing. I just have to type my user password for it to update, so it's really nice. And how are we going to do that in specific for the study case we're going to use in here? First, before you create an alias for a program, you have to make sure it's not set already on the system. For example, if you try to create an alias with the name of CD, it will override your CD command of the system. So don't do that, okay? So you have to try it first, and then you set it. In this case, for PHP Artisan, I'm going to use PA, which is the initial of each part of the command. Okay, so as we have to test it first, let's do that. I'm going to the terminal here. Okay, we have a terminal open. I'll type PA, which is the command I want to use. Okay, it returned command not found. If you had command not found, you're ready to go. There isn't a program set with this command in anywhere on your system, so you're good to go. Okay. Nice. So we're going to use the PA as our PHP Artisan. What do we have to do? First, let me address something pretty quickly. I used zsh command line. If you use Ubuntu or Debian, you probably use bash by default. How am I sure which command line am I using? You type echo $, shell. It took some time for me to remember here. So in this case, I'm using the user bin zsh. Let me go on bash quickly here. Okay, if I am on bash, and I type the same command, echo $shell, then oh no, this is the variable that is set on the operating system. So mine will always be zsh. There's no way I can show you guys. So in your case, this output here would be user bin, actually bin and bash most of the time. If you're using bash, that the end of the result will be bash. Okay. So depending of which terminal you have, either if it's zsh or bash, you're going to change a different file to set an alias. In my case, I will change a file called .zsharc that is specifically for the zsh command line. It's a resource file in this case. If you have bash, you're going to change the .bash rc file. Okay, so you're gonna grab your default text editor. In my case, I use Z. In your case, if you're using Ubuntu, it's gedit, and refer to the file that is specific to my terminal. In my case, I'll go z.zshrc. Okay. And this is going to open a text editor with the zshrc file. That is what I'm going to show you guys now. I have it open here, so it's quite a big file, as you can see. Oh my god, it's a little brown. Is there something wrong with my color? Oh yeah, now it's correct. Oh my god, I swapped to the panel. Yeah, now it's correct. We're a little blacker, as you can see. This file has the specifications of all the things that have to be loaded before the terminal is loaded on your computer. When you open a terminal, this file will be read, all the aliases and other things will be set, and then the terminal will start. To set an alias, you have to go to the end of the file, preferably, so you don't, if there is any other thing on the comments here, you don't mess up with anything. Go to the end of the file, okay? And what is the structure to set an alias? So to start here, we have to invoke the alias command. The name of the alias we want to set, an equal and a string indicator, which are these two quote signs here. And you can put the command inside of it. In this case, it will be PHP Artisan. As we're ready with that, we set the command in here. We can save the file now. And you can ask me, is it working now? No, not necessarily, because first you have to close the file. And we go back to our terminal in here. In this case, if I try to do PA right now, it won't recognize. Why is that? It's because we haven't closed this terminal yet. And as I told you before, the configurations for aliases are read right when the terminal starts. So what do we do here? You close the terminal and open it again. In my case, I will open a tab. So guys, I have opened a new terminal in here now. And if I try to do the PA command right now, it will try to find a file named Artisan, but as I am in the home directory here, it won't be able to find. So what do I do? Now you have to go to the working directory of your project. In my case, it's in repos. I have a demo project there. If I recall, it is Nome Progetto. Don't worry about that. Go to the working directory of your project and try to do PA now, -- version. Oh, sorry, I did a typo in version. Now it's correct. So I typed only PA now, and it works the same way as if I do Artisan and version. As you can see, I type only two things. Key generate, for example. That is a comment we usually do when we're starting a project. Yeah. As you can see, I type only two keys and I get the same result as this big comment here. So that is very useful for coding a little faster, as you can see. So if you guys have any doubts about that, any doubts about how to use it, how to set it, please leave a comment in the section below and I'll try to address them as best as I can. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on the next time, okay? Bye.